Hello and welcome to Unit 3, Chapter 4. This is our third week. So far things are going pretty good. Granted, I've only looked at the discussion for the second week as well as all the assignments for the first week. I've had a few questions here and there. They've been fielded to me in pretty short order, and I do appreciate it. This particular week we are going to be focusing in on the looping, some do while, for next, and some more decision structures. And in the discussion, they'll be taking a look at different programming languages and the pros and cons of the object-oriented programming in those particular programming languages, what makes one programming language better over another programming language. And what this is doing is this is setting the stage for a concept known as OOP, or object-oriented programming. And the point behind that is that that's where you really the meat and potatoes of programming is. And it begins to get you to start to look at those things and try to make decisions about this is a better programming language than this. This is these are some of those concepts. This is where you decide or start to begin to understand what object-oriented programming is. And this will also help you kind of do a compare and contrast between languages, because a lot of times when you go into an employer, the employer says, you will program in this language, this is what you're going to develop, etc., etc. And then you kind of make decisions from there. But you'll at least be able to make comments to the contrary that say, hey, we don't need this, or we don't need that, or this is a better idea, things along those lines. So kind of keep that in mind as you go through the week. Keep the questions coming. Make sure there are two things that you need to accompany your worksheets. You need to have a video of the program running, and when it says, include your working program or whatever, you basically include a video. And you don't have to make one video for each program. You can make, if there's 5 programs, you can make 5 videos, or you can put them all into one. However you go about do it, but it needs to be clearly labeled so I can tell the difference between the two as I watch those videos and go through. Now, and then you're also supposed to include the screenshots and the worksheets and talk through what it is and things along those lines. And some of you may say, well, why do I have to do the video and do the worksheet and do the screenshots? The video lets me see, hands down, 100% that your program is running and that you can actually speak intelligently to the program. What's happened is the past, some people get a different version of Java, some people have some issues and don't turn all this stuff in, and then when there's issues where that's concerned, then I have to chase you down, and especially towards the end of the course, it's very difficult for me to chase you down in time to make my due dates for grades. So in addition to you being able to speak intelligently to the program, it also allows me to have a backup, essentially, of, oh yeah, I can see the program running, etc., etc. And then the screenshots in the worksheet tell me, okay, if you're speaking to this is what I did, then I can see it right there. And it's just it's like, I don't know, a programming science fair. You're able to display to me what you're doing and the different changes and things along those lines. So if you have any further questions for me, let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them. Otherwise, you're doing a good job, and we'll see what happens this week.